Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
Hey everyone, this is going to be a real quick stream. I just wanted to talk to you real quick before I'm on Stream Junkies later. Some of my friends don't want to be, they're concerned, so they don't want to be involved with this. So I'm going to do it on my own. If any one of you viewers has something to say about it, let me know. But you know what? I'm an expert on fandom. I might not be an expert in one category of fandom, but I know how fans treat each other. I know the issues. And you know what? EVS, he is a leader. They call him Caesar. And I think we should take a little bit more inspiration from Stan Lee, because he once said, I'm not sure where he said it, but I'm the next Stan Lee. And that's what I wish he would have been. Is there still a chance for him to do that? I hope so. But there's also a lot of talk about war profiteers, about Doug TenNapel, which I think is unfair. And I'll tell you what, I might have Doug on the channel soon. I'm negotiating that and what we want to get into or not, because honestly, a man can't be free to speak, and that's not fair to anyone. And I'm not having it. I'm not having it. So the topic of the first episode that I'm going to work on, and this is not it. This is not the documentary. But because where the issue is right now is the fandom itself, I think, and yes, it's not just going to be Comicsgate. The Final Gate, a Comicsgate and Fandom documentary, is the issue right now. Is it the people that own the properties like Disney and Hollywood and DC and Marvel? Or has it moved to the fandom itself and how the fandom treats celebrities, not like they're people, just objects of hate, people that work in the industry and the fandom itself? And I think that's a great place to start in episode 1, is how the fandom is right now. Is the bigger issue the ones that hold the properties like Disney? And there's definitely issues there, and that they didn't listen to fans to begin with. Or is the issue the fandom itself, how they treat people they disagree with? One of my interactions with EVS, and yes, he was generous enough to have me on a stream once, was he said, pick a side. Pick a side. Because I said I was an outsider looking to get back into comics because of their movement. And now it has become, if you're not with us, you're against us, in blood in and blood out. Support people that carry the hashtag without question. Silence the critics is not a consumer movement anymore. That's exactly what they said they claimed they were against, and what Disney has done. So have they become the thing they hate? I absolutely believe so. Does that mean that they can't improve in the future? Should they be condemned forever? I hope not. I hope not. But the issues right now in fandom too, war profiteers, gatekeepers, and edgelords. Is it just memes, bro? Is that helping fandom? Memes can be fun. Is it subjective? Yes. But the biggest issues in fandom right now, and what is keeping it constant hell, is the culture war, team sports, you're not with us, you're against us, war profiteers, gatekeepers, and edgelords. And I'll tell you what, EVS should not be throwing out that war profiteer lightly, because him and a lot of his friends with constant videos are just profiting from the war in fandom and fans of these properties, and are not helping anything, really. Not helping anything except getting their projects funded at the expense of the fandom itself. Yes, is it fast money? Hell yeah, it is. What is it doing to the fandom? It's making people leave, and the ones that remain are in it for the war and profiting from the war. So that's my take. Am I taking this seriously, this project? Yes. Could I fail? Yes. But that is where I'm going with it. And that's a great place to start, is where we're at now. And I honestly believe this is the final gate, because the people involved, the actual war profiteers with all their sites, access media, hate access media, access to hate clicks at any means necessary, as fast as hell, with constant. Did I contribute it to myself? Possibly, yes. In the past, I have. What do I plan to do now? I plan to try to do better, and I want to work on this project. If I have to do it alone, I'll do it alone, because I know it brings heat on everyone. Let's get to the chat. And yes, I'm planning to do a positive content tonight with Stream Junkies. We're getting close to the end of Clone Wars, and we're getting ready for the new season coming up. Jalapeno Milk, hi. Michael S., what's up? Jedi Wanderer, yes, I like Jedi Wanderer. He's just a nice dude. All right. Yeah, I have to honestly, it's new to me, and I'm not good at editing, and I'm going to tone this is me naturally. I'm going to try to do it in a more fair and balanced view than some. I mean, I try to do fair and balanced in my videos too, but I want to do it right. Sonic is a 10 out of 10 fun film. I'm looking forward to it. I honestly don't know if I'm going to rush to the theater to see it, because I've been enjoying streaming in my home so much, honestly. But I think you should support it. Phobic Xeno, hello. All right. Obi-Wan Vlog, yo. That's a good point, Gigantic Android. That's a good point. I should actually, give me a second to tweet out this video. And I plan to, hold on a second. All right. Okay, hold on a second. All right, I'm tweeting out the video, and I got to check behind the scenes to see when they're ready for Stream Junkies. I also got to, just so you know, I'm working on so many things behind the scenes. I got to check on my man Kevin Street, because I'm trying to work with him, but he for good reason doesn't want to be on Twitter, so I got to check my email. I might come back later tonight for another video on this later. And you know what? Tell me it. I need your support. You tell me if they're trying to block Doug TenNapel or critics of Comicsgate from having streams on other channels. I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to cower to nasty fudge memes. I'm not going to. And I'm going to cover it. All right. Okay. Yeah, Mladen's a good dude. Okay. Patrick Siegman Fan Club President. How does this help the Great Order, Max? A very good question. My perception of fandom and where we got to this point is that the easiest thing to do, and I don't blame people that want to do this, is just move on or not cover it when the fandom, you know how everyone says, oh, don't call us toxic, it's not fair. And then you look at the actual behavior and content that actually fits that narrative. It does. And I think people don't have fun in fandom, and they just leave. In fandom, look at this man. Look at the man, Stan Lee. With great power comes great responsibility. I absolutely think that EVS is one of the leaders of both of these movements. He started the fandom menace, and he kind of let that go cold. And he's focusing on Comicsgate. So how do you treat people even though you don't, you don't personally like them, treat people with respect is part of that. And now that we no longer have Stan Lee, it's up to the new leaders, and how you treat people even when they leave the fandom shows a lot about your leadership skills. I want actual leaders. So I don't think anyone has said, I am the line. We're not going to take this anymore. And the gray order to me is the future. And we are welcome to newcomers, even if you're like, what do they call them? Weebs or noobs. Yes, fandom has to be a place that welcomes new people, not gatekeep, and treat people with respect, even though you disagree with them. Maybe you think they're crazy. Okay, but how does that help fandom? Put fandom first. And I think what happens in the past in all these fandoms, and I've been a part of a lot of fandoms, is people give up and move on. And I'm saying that's not good enough anymore. So that's how it helps the gray order, because I'm saying enough is enough. No. And I'm not going to just be silent, ignore it, and move on. I am not moving on. I'm not going anywhere. And I am not being blackmailed with toxic, disgusting behavior. And I'm going to call you out on it. And I'm not going to, if you can have a conversation. All right, let me see. Hey, Snow Dub. I'm not, I don't need to make peace with them. I'm making a documentary. I hear you. You're still my friend. I don't like a lot of the stuff that happens. If they are constantly silencing another YouTuber, that goes beyond this fandom. That other people in YouTube should be covering it. Trying to silence critics of Comicsgate by any means necessary. And maybe you don't think it's harassment. That's fair. But you disagree with me. Your opinion is noted, and I still value you as a friend, Snow. Mainly, it was we were getting memed on because we wanted to have Preston and Doug on, and that's the truth. All right, that's not good enough anymore. It's not. I'll still have you on, Snow. I know you're trying to walk between the line. I'm not telling you to pick a side. I'm not saying you're either with me or against me. That's not how I roll. So I fair enough, Snow. I'll think about it, at least for Ro. I don't think it's a benefit to have Pan on at this point. I don't think so. And I judged their character with the comments that came into the chat. If you want to actually have a conversation, have a conversation. So I don't see anything of quality there. When I see something, and it is my opinion, and I'm allowed to have it. I said I want to talk to as many people as possible, but I'm at the point now, including some D-level behavior, from some past who I thought were friends, and you know who I'm talking about. I'm moving forward. That doesn't mean I'm not going to talk about it. That's why I want to do this documentary. And I want to talk to as many people as possible that can have a conversation without resorting to bad behavior. Maybe you think I have bad behavior. Fair enough. Make as many videos as you want. If I think you have some validity, I'll respond. I did, Mladen. I did. I would like to cover that. I might just have to do a video. He hasn't got back. I commented a few times on his YouTube videos. He just hasn't shown any interest yet. Hey, Jolie. Yeah, you're always welcome here. Okay, did I sub to you? Well, yeah, I sub to a lot of people. Yeah, you're right. I have to be careful. Okay, but I'm not gonna be blackmailed into not covering content, because what have I ever lied to you guys? Have I said I cover the fandom itself? The fandom is hell right now. There's proof of it. Benzo H. Yep. I don't have a time frame and I'm new to this kind of content, so it might take a while. But I think that you know, there's Gamergate, Comicsgate, and then The Last Jedi. Hey, Bianca, I gotta watch. Oh, hold on a second. I gotta watch some of Bianca's content. Yeah, it's not with you or against you. That's not putting fandom first. Now, to be fair, I saw something about Mike I didn't like either this week. I don't think, you know, burning comics and stuff is not cool. I don't know the whole story there. Okay. Thank you for your offer, Snowdub. I think that's a good offer. That's a good offer. I think you want to. I think your intentions are good, Snow. I appreciate that. But I am planning to do this documentary. All right. I got to check on something here. All right, they're getting ready for Stream Junkies shortly. All right. And it's going to be a struggle for me because, you know, I have my personal struggles. I'm not that great at this type of content, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it a shot because, you know what, the fandom deserves better altogether. All right, Mladen. To quote EVS, I'm not the leader of Comicsgate, and people don't dislike Mike because I've told them to. They dislike him because they watch him and listen to him. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. He says a lot of stuff himself. Hey, I'm trying to do as fair and balanced as I can. Yeah. Oh, here. One, and I don't want to say which one anymore. And I was planning to do. I was planning to get Cyberfrog. I still would like to, honestly, even though I dislike the behavior. I would still like to support it. It's just, yeah, I'm not going to play softball for either side. What has this fandom become? It's like doxing and pointing towards each other, edgelord memes, sock puppet accounts, fake accounts to mess with people. This is what the fandom has become. Would Stan Lee laugh at that kind of stuff? Well, I don't think so. Take some inspiration from these fictional characters. If you really love comics, you really love these superheroes, what would they do? What would they do in this situation? Would they just laugh because it's easy to laugh at people? They just laugh at people and mock them? Even people they disagree with? That's not what these characters would do. Yeah, this is stupid. Yeah, I don't like that either side. What does that do? Is that for the love of comics? Or is it for the love of a click video? I'm not for burning any comics. No way. Sell it or something. Give it to someone else. Just give it to someone. That's not cool to me. Like burning DVDs and stuff. No. Yeah, and that's why I've changed it to just not just Comicsgate, a fandom documentary. And I think the fandom is the problem now. Disney may still have some issues, but that's why I switched my content from Disney to the fandom. And that's where I know a lot about, and I could do more research. It's all here on YouTube. Yeah, he meant that. That quote of his, he meant it. People have had the power in this fandom. What have they done with the power? I'm not elite. I mean, I try to lead by example. People say I'm doing the same thing. I don't believe it myself. And there have been leaders nominated by the fandom itself, which could be an issue. The viewer is part of the problem. And what have the leaders done with that power? What have they done with that power? Mladen, I didn't check it out yet. I will check it out. Thanks, Mladen. You're an important voice in this fandom. I'm not gonna pull punches for anyone that treats the fandom with respect, abuses it, takes advantage of it, and doesn't want the responsibility with the aftermath, for sure. All right, so I got to check out. Okay. All right, I see. I'm going to have to end this stream. Come back to me later. I'm going on Stream Junkies right now. And be positive if you go there. Have some fun. And I do want positive content too. Okay, here's a soccer Ren. Tell me the link is up. Everyone head over and let's have some fun. Okay? I'm supporting because, Trinity, I'm covering the fandom itself. And I was interested and I'm still interested. That's why. I'll talk to you more about it later.